Well, what a game. I thought our second unit really was the key to this game. Chris, Ben, Isaiah gave us a great lift. Oshae gave us a great lift. And you know, it was up and down and all that kind of stuff. But our guys kept hanging in. And Tyrese just hit a hellacious shot at the end. Guys having some kind of year.
It was an up and down game. What was the difference to you that made you guys have an up at the very end of that fourth quarter to get over that?
Well, we turned it over a lot early. I think we had 4 in the first 5 minutes, and that got us up against it. That turned it into a 35-point quarter for them. So after that opening stretch there, we got the ball security under control, and we just played better basketball. But I just really, want to compliment the guys off the bench tonight. TJ, Chris, Ben, Isaiah, Oshae. Graves gave us great energy. They played unselfish. They played hard, played together. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Did you see anything that contributed to that specifically? Just a good game for them meshing? What kind of led to that second unit success?
Well, I think there's a lot of things behind the scenes that lead to that, but we've got great veteran players that have done the right kind of encouraging to our second unit guys. Our coaching staff has worked on really convincing these guys that the way to play is to play with total unselfishness and as hard as you can. And the second quarter was beautiful basketball by those guys. It was hard to get the starters back in the game. In fact, Buddy didn't even go back in the first half. But that's an everyday, every game commitment, and we're learning some good things, but we've got to sustain.
How much does it just change the dynamic when Chris and Ben are both scoring? When both of those guys are getting buckets, it becomes tough.
I think you're missing the point.
Okay.
They're both passing, and when they're both passing, scoring happens. We've got to keep our focus off who's scoring. We've got to focus on how the ball is moving and with what kind of intention the ball is moving with. And it was just selfless basketball. Really throughout the entire game. We had a few down possessions, a few bad turnovers, a couple of ugly things that happened late clock. It's an NBA game. There's thousands of events, but the overall intention of all the guys that played tonight and all the guys on our bench was really high level, unselfish.
On the glass, you guys get 13 offensive boards to their 4, I think 20 second chance points to their 8. Just how important was that piece to it? You were to extend some possessions that way and not give them up on the other end?
Well, rebounding's been a big challenge for us. I think we out-rebounded them by a couple in this game. And, a couple of rebounds, and you got a one-possession game. There you go. There's the difference in the game. Buddy had a putback in the fourth. It was big. Buddy hit a big 3. But, yeah, the offense, what was it, 13? Yeah, 13-4. Yeah, our guys did a good job of knowing the right times to be aggressive, to crash, and when to get back. So, a lot of good things.
You guys hit a shot in the final seconds of every quarter. Obviously, the last one is huge, but how much momentum can a moment like that be in a game like this?
Well, we've seen it all year. You go back to the game in Boston. Chris hit one at the end of the third. He hit one tonight, I think, at the end of the first quarter. That gave us the real momentum into the second quarter. And look, when you have that kind of momentum, it doesn't just affect your offense; it affects your defense. So we give up 35 in the first quarter and 25 in the second, and that kind of a play can have great influence.
You mentioned Tyrese at the beginning. Obviously, he had 16 in the first, 11 of 17 for the game. What impression about just the totality of the performance he had today?
Well, the balance between scoring and assisting was perfect in this game. Ty just has a great understanding for, when extra aggression to score is needed. Like, we got off to a slow start and we were turning it over and things weren't clicking. And then he hits a step back three from, 28 feet in the first quarter. And that just kind of got us going and got him going. And, great players. They know when they need to take charge and when they need to be the ones that are setting the table. And so, he was doing both tonight. And I thought, the 11 assists is not a small number, but it certainly paled in comparison to the last shot that he hit and the 29 points. So he was spectacular.
While we're on him, he stayed in, but is his ankle okay, or is it too early to say anything?
I'm pretty sure he'll be listed as questionable for tomorrow, and we'll just have to see in the afternoon when we come in.
Felt like against Boston, I had a shot with like 4 seconds that I didn't take, waited till the buzzer, and ended up taking a bad shot. So I just shot the first one that I saw, and it felt good when I left my hands.
Rick just credited your balance in this game of scoring and passing. In a moment like that, how do you decide what is the right thing to do? Is it based on the coverage of the game? What you feel in that moment? What angle went into that?
Well, the game's on the line, so there's no balance, just shooting the ball. So, I thought I picked my spots well tonight. Had a good start to the first quarter, and that allowed me to get guys going in the second quarter and time move on. But yeah, that last play. Ankle feels good. Ankle feels good. Yeah, I'm fine.
With just obviously this previous game before the half, just what was everything like some of the last couple of days, just getting back into shape and getting sort of into a game flow quickly today?
Yeah, just getting back in the rhythm. We practiced pretty hard yesterday, so felt good yesterday. Just feel good today and was able to go.
Obviously, I think you guys had turnovers the first with the Dutchies, and obviously you took over there, got you back in. And what kind of clicked for you at that point? What were you just thinking in terms of how you got to take it?
Yeah, I set the tone. The terrible turnover to Vooch. I broke the play off because I thought something would be there. And wasn't a good decision. So it happens, and Rick is the master of timeout. So he gets us back calm, and we get going from there.
Just want to pressure about the second game today.
Ball movement. They had the ball hopping. I thought Chris did a good job picking up full court, kind of changing their flow and their rhythm. I think when you play a team like Chicago with two superstars, they're going to get theirs, and kind of nothing you can do about it. But you just got to keep the other guys in check so everybody else is off their rhythm, and you throw off the rhythm of the team. So I thought we did a good job overall.
What was going on with you and Pat Bell? Anything that you thought was out of normal basketball?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he's a competitor. I'm a competitor. We played us in Indy. He called me a first-year guy and told me he took that matchup personal. So, yeah, that's it.
I think we did a good job, moving the ball, finding the wide open man, playing for each other, playing hard on the defensive side. I think that's where everything started. Like I said earlier with JJ, us pressing the ball, running transition, getting to make them turn the ball over. I think that was the key.
Seemed like your shots obviously been falling a lot better this year. Just how much you feel like your rhythm has improved? What's all going into your offensive performance?
It's coming along. You see it. I know, in the league there's a lot of up and downs, So when you're down, when I'm down, I stay through my work ethic. And I keep working on my jump shot. I know I can shoot it, and I know it's going to come back. So, I started to see it now. It's coming back. So happy for that.
Rick could not stop praising the second unit in his post-game press conference. He really wanted to give you guys a lot of props. How good does it feel to make such an impact in an important game?
It feels great, especially with the W, Ty hitting the big shot, this guy moving the ball really well. Just the energy, we all match the energy. So feels great, JJ.
You told me yesterday you're looking at the standings. You're wanting to be in the playoffs. This game was vital for those hopes.
Yeah, like I told Mark in the radio, we all want to, be in the playoff. We all want to experience that, the guy that haven't been in the playoff, we all want to do it. and we all want to go out there and try and make it wrong because we are capable of doing that. We show it already. So.
You mentioned Tyrese's shot. I mean, just how impressive was he from top to bottom today?
Oh man, you tell me. Let me ask you that. How was that? Huh?
He's pretty good, Chris. I think. It seems he's good at basketball, Chris. It seems like he's a good shooter and a good passer. I think. What more do you have?
What for the shot? How you feel?
It was ridiculous. It was from like 30 feet out. We still doing.
We feel the same. We feel the same.
You know, it's just testament to, you know, the hard work they're putting in. You know, shout out to my teammates, honestly, for believing in me, finding me when I'm open. You know, I told Ty, you know, after shot an air ball, and then he looked for me on the next possession to give me the ball. You know, that's just trust, and that's how we got to play, and that's how we're going to win. But, you know, I've just been ready, man. You know, every game I expect to get in and do what I do.
Second unit was clicking today. Rick talked about the passing today. You did a lot of good scoring nights. What did you feel like fueled you guys' success?
Man, it was exactly that. You know, big shout out to Chris, you know, picking up full court, getting steals, and just disrupting how they are. Chris and Ben, you know, they did a good job defensively, and that really fueled our offense.
You got a lot of possessions guarding DeMar late in this game. What kind of pride do you take in defense, especially going against a guy like that in a game like that?
Huge, man. And, you know, he's looking to close the game out, looking to get those shots in. That's what he does. You know, he's a great scorer, one of the top in the league. So, you know, you got to be locked in every possession, and that's exactly how I want to do it.
Including yours at halftime, you guys hit a shot in the last 3 seconds of every single quarter of this game. How much does that help you going into the next quarter, the next play, with momentum, things like that?
A lot. You know, it's all confidence, man. You know, we can get those shots up. We know that they're good looks. Everyone on the team, we trust to shoot that shot. So, you know, whoever has it at the time, you know, just got to be ready.
You know, pretty much we, you know, just like Rick said, the ball moved a lot. We're able to find, you know, good plays and, you know, making simple plays and stuff like that. That's pretty much what got us going, pretty much.
Has that been a focus for that group, you know, in practice settings, things like that, to keep the ball moving and popping?
For sure. Obviously, you know, coming to game, you know, everybody trying to get going. But, you know, pretty much just trying to get everybody going at the same time, trying to make, like I said, simple play and, you know, hopefully trying to win the game.
What kind of chemistry do you feel like you've developed with Chris, and how, I guess, hard is it for a team to cover you guys when you and Chris are rolling at the same time with that group?
Well, pretty much, you know, I know what, you know, Chris is capable of doing, you know, what I'm capable of doing. So pretty much just trying to play to each other's strengths and, you know, trying to make the games easier for us.
One thing that Rick said was that I asked him about you guys both scoring. He said, well, you're missing the point. He said they were both passing.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that piece to it, that you guys are making a simple play and finding the shots that are yours and not forcing anything?
Pretty much, I feel like it's good. It's good for us, but it's also great for the team. You know, having, you know, us being able to score, but also being able to pass the ball makes, you know, our teammates want to play with us and pretty much, you know, get the game going for our teammates as well.
You remember the last time you were here? It was, you know, late October, early November, second week of the season.
Right.
It seems like a long time ago. How much have you grown since then?
A lot of games, you know, helped me develop and also grow as a player. And you know, I've improved a lot on certain things that I wanted to improve throughout the season. And you know, looking forward to grow. You know, for the next games that we have for the season.
You've obviously seen Tyrese do some wild stuff this year, but I mean, just how impressive is he from top to bottom and also just hitting that shot?
It's great, man. It's great having a player on the team, you know, that we have confidence in him, you know, taking the last shot. You know, I feel like it was a great shot, and, you know, the fact that he made it and we were able to win the game was obviously a great play.
Did you doubt in your mind that was going in when he put it up?
Yeah, for sure. I was in the corner. I didn't really see, but I felt pretty confident, you know, when I seen the ball going in the air. I knew it was going in.